Hey, I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about lab communication. This is one of the things that I think goes on behind the scenes that patients don't always know. There's a lot that goes into a smile design and into cosmetic dentistry. So I'm just going to walk you through a little bit of what happens when you leave my office and what I actually do to help plan the smile of your dreams. So after we've taken all these photos on the patients, I pull them all up on here and we take a look. And of course we always start with existing. What are the issues that we see here? We see wear, we see, the occlusion is off. What's the plan? Sometimes it's multidisciplinary. We need to send them to an orthodontist, we need to send them to a periodontist, they need to have implants, whatever it may be. We have to communicate and plan together as a team. So I work with my specialists very closely to help ensure that this happens so that the process is smooth from start to finish. So let's just walk through a very brief example of what would go on. So this is a patient that came in, and one of the things he had to do is, before ortho, we saw the issues with his smile. So we take a look at some of these photos, we walk through, and oftentimes we'll bring the patient in to take a look at this with us. So then he goes through the ortho, and let's go to after ortho and see, and we see that his teeth are lined up a little bit better now. Of course the wear is still there, but we moved his teeth in anticipation of what the final outcome was going to be. We knew that we were going to restore his teeth, so I told the orthodontist exactly where we wanted the teeth to be. So then we go through the planning phase, and let me see, I just got out of there. Okay, so then comes the important part, the part that, communication with the lab, which is probably one of the most important things. I use labs mostly out in the West Coast, so nobody near me. They're all masters at what they do, and each restoration is handcrafted. But I need to communicate the patient's goals, my goals, to the lab effectively. So we take high quality photos and actually some video so that the lab can see lip dynamics, how the patient's lips move, their personality as well. So you can see these are some of the views that we do, and then we do some facial planning. We center the face with the eyes, the nose, the ears. We're not all completely symmetrical, but we need to figure out where the teeth belong in the face. So this is some digital smile design planning. And as you can see here, that yellow line that goes across, that's what we call a smile curve. That is ideal and what we like to achieve for a beautiful smile. So you can see where he's short of that smile curve from the wear. Of course, we want to make sure midline's in check. There's things like proportion, what an ideal proportion is, the width of the teeth. So these are all things that we do in our planning. And then we insert the shapes of the teeth. And this is all theoretical at this point. This is two-dimensional. We have to actually put this into a patient's mouth to figure out if it's going to look good. So this is all the engineering, the architectural plans, if you will, for building a house. It's the same thing with building teeth. We have to make these plans, and it takes a long time. We put these measurements in. We're taking a look at the different views, and then we morph all those views together, and we come up with a three-dimensional prototype. And so when the patient returns, we're going to put those prototypes in their mouth. They're going to get a chance to preview these prototypes, and once they approve it, that's when I send it to the lab and they make it the real thing. So that's a little glimpse into what we do, or what I do behind the scenes, my lab and I hope you enjoyed it.